Well, it's been a while since I've done a video. I just haven't been motivated to do it. Just wanted to give a shout out to Douchebag's brother. I've been watching his videos, and yeah, he said some stuff that something I've been feeling all this time, but just never said it. But yeah, you should check out his video on gear torture test video. Yeah, you should just check that out. I'm looking at a career change. Might start driving a truck. It's really bad because at my work I have to deal with a lot of these inbred shit kickers that come in here. I don't really like them much. Some of them are okay, but I think half of them are tweaking on meth. I don't know. But I'm looking at getting into it. Talked to a guy today. He says if I can get my CDL, he's promised X amount of money, and it won't be like living in a truck, be home every day, dedicated run. So I guess it's not too bad. I've got a series of videos I'm going to be working on in the near future. Something different for me. I have recently acquired my dad's, it's a 1991 Ford Explorer. I owned it at one time a long time ago. Mechanically it's sound. I got to replace the, what they call the shift actuator or transfer case motor. That's what's stopping the four-wheel drive from engaging. And I got to fix something with the anti-lock brakes. There's something up with it. I'm not sure what exactly. I'm going to paint this thing. I've never painted a car before, and this should get some laughs on YouTube, I guess. I'll do some videos about the, maybe if I don't pay somebody to do it, the shift actuator. I'm going to put a front and rear receiver hitch on it, and after I get it bolted in, I'm going to weld it to the frame, front and rear. I plan to do a few videos about a couple Olight products that I own. Don't get me wrong, I'm not an Olight fanboy. I just think you get a good value for what you pay for. I hear people complain about their products, and yeah, I know they engage in guerrilla marketing, but they do make some decent products. I don't care what anybody says. I've actually used them, and as a matter of fact, there's a PL2 Valkyrie Pro. No, that's not a Pro. That's the first generation Valkyrie. Works pretty good. What I don't like about it is the, I don't like the switches on them. I think Streamlight got that right, but I can cope with it. Anyway, I was just doing a video to let you guys know I'm alive, and oh yeah, I want to touch base on this, the latest shenanigans by government and the ATF. I touched on it on my last video. Nothing has changed, people. The ATF is being used as a covert arm of Congress. You see, the people that you elect do not want to vote for gun control measures because they need you to re-elect them. So they kind of like did what Trump did. Hey, why don't you find a way to reclassify the bump stock? Well, after they got that done, holy crap, they figured out, hey, we can just get the ATF to pass laws or just reinterpret things. And that's what they're doing. That way they don't have to vote for any gun control. And if the ATF does something you guys don't like, you know, they can say, we didn't do it, the ATF did it. But yeah, I didn't like the FRT trigger. Nothing against them. What I didn't like about it is I can't lock out its binary mode, apparently. So in other words, I'm still stuck with safe and fire. So in its fire mode or whatever, when it's out of safe, its special feature is engaged. There might be times where I want to fire semi-automatic only and not have to worry about hitting the trigger a certain way or whatever. Like if I'm out at a public range and you got some snitches out there, or some little bitches that want to go out there, you got a tax stamp for that? I'm just waiting on to be at the range and someone asks me something like that. You know, I might get my ass kicked in, but I'm going to say, what fucking business is it of yours? I'm really sick and tired of the morons that I see in what we call the gun community or the gun culture. They're really starting to piss me off too. You know, it's like I saw somebody post, you know, they were talking about the FRT trigger, and someone was saying, well, they didn't bother to submit one for, you know, opinion by the ATF. They didn't even send a letter to the ATF. And I'm like, so fucking what? Who cares? You know, it's these kinds of shills that we consider, I don't know if I'd call them a shill or not, that we consider our friends or whatever, or they're just as bad as the enemy. And we in this gun community or whatever, we are not organized. The left is highly organized against us, but yeah, well, that's another conversation. I just thought I'd make this random video here, and those of you who have sat through it this far, hey, that's great. Glad to have you. I should be posting some more content this week. I've just been busy as hell. As those of you know, a few months ago, my father passed, and in some ways, I'm still having to live my life and deal with his affairs and stuff. That's pretty much over, but it's still been kind of time-consuming on my part, and I apologize for those of you that actually look forward to my content. Hey, that's great. Glad y'all are around. But anyway, y'all have a good night, and maybe y'all see me again this week, provided I don't get too damn busy. I guess a bunch of crap to do around the house, too. Anyway, have a good one.